The game library of the Super Nintendo may have been the best selection of titles that a console has ever had. You can argue the point, sure, but whenever I hear people talking about the classic must-play titles of days past, the games that created the foundation upon which the current greats stand, they're talking about SNES games. It had an incredible title for every genre of the time, and it dominated in platformers, which were still king in the 90s. Now, I know there were a lot of great platforming games back then, but when I think about the SNES game that reigned supreme in the platformer genre, one game always rises above the rest. Donkey Kong Country. Let's talk about it. Alright, I know I'm treading some well-worn ground here, so I'll cover the basics fast. DKC came out in 1994, a gem released among a sea of gems. Super Metroid, Earthbound, Final Fantasy VI, Mega Man X2, Power Rangers, Bubsy 2. 94 was a great year for the SNES, coming off a great year in 93 and heading into another great year in 95. So among all of those fantastic games coming out at the time, how did Donkey Kong manage to stand out? It wasn't enough to just be a good game. A good game was coming out every other month. So how? Two ways, the first being visually. Rare did what Rare often did at the time and knocked it out of the park, using a neat little compression technique to feature pre-rendered graphics and essentially giving us 3D models in a 2D game. So yeah, it looked fantastic, but even back then graphics couldn't create a legend on their own. So what else was it? Well, I'm talking about it, so you know it had to be the music. David Wise is a musical legend. There is just no other way to describe the man. His name belongs right alongside the likes of Koji Kondo, Nobuo Uematsu, and Setsuo Yamamoto as the great VGM composers of the time, and I will hear no argument to this fact. Aquatic Ambience, Fear Factory, Life in the Mines, Gangplank Galleon, Donkey Kong Country had bangers rolling out from beginning to end, and this is just one of the games the man worked on. So yes, a legend is he. Any musician worth their guitar strings knows the quality of Wise's tunes when they hear them, which is why we have such a great assortment of covers online for the Donkey Kong soundtracks. Let's listen to a few tracks now. Dude, that soundtrack is my childhood. Even changed up in the awesome style of these featured artists, every track takes me back to a simpler time. A time of playing games about monkeys jumping around, and a soundtrack so good, I'd sometimes just put the controller down and listen. Definitely a special set of songs. I hope you feel the same. Dude, my Donkey Kong Country 2 video is just gonna be a re-upload of Sticker Bush Symphony 10-hour version. I bet no one would even complain. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed jamming on DKC music as much as I did. If you liked the video, any likes, subs, or shares would be most appreciated. Let me know what you thought about my music selection in the comments down below. And you know I want to hear about what game I should cover next. Let me know. Until next time, guys, stay jamming.